So today I'm talking about a movie Raja Saab Prabhas. The Raja Saab is a big budget Telugu fantasy horror comedy movie starring Prabhas, directed by Maruti, making his first major attempt in a genre blend of horror, fantasy, comedy, and romance. The film released during the Sankranti season on January 9, 2026. Story and concept. On paper, the central idea is curiously a grandson searching for his missing grandfather leads to a hundred royal palace, hypnotism, spirits, revenge, and supernatural conflict. But execution problems. The screenplay lacks clarity and chaosm, making scenes and disjoints and confusion. Transition between comedy, horror, and fantasy feel abrupt and totally messy. Characters behave illogically, situations don't build tension, and plot items remain unsolved. The premise could have been intriguing, but writing failed to harness into the powerful narrative. Now we are going to talk about the performances. Pravas, he tries hard and shows occasional charm, but the character is poorly written with the emotional depth. Female cast: Malvika Mohan, Riddhi Agarwal, Riddhi Kumar. Their roles are largely decorative, with no clear arc or real contribution to the story. Supporting actors: Sanjay Dutt, Boman Irani. Appearances that should have added weight or menace, but are mostly forgettable and unused. Comedians: the comic reveals doesn't land strongly. Jokes feel forced and distracting rather than entertaining. Verdict on acting: no one can be blamed entirely. The material they are given are the too weak to shine. Technical aspects. Screenplay and direction. The narrative feels stitched together, not originally flowing. Director Mauritu seem have unable to judge the movie, comedy and emotional effectively. Music and BGM. Soundtrack and more are loud and intrusive without leaving lasting an impact. Horror and comedy. Did it work? Horror. Almost non-existent. Many intense scenes are failed to build an atmosphere or fear. Comedy fails to generate genuine laugh. Punchlines often fall flat or interrupt the mood. For horror comedy movie, failing both scares and laugh is a critical flaw. Audience reception. Public response has titled heavily negative. Many reviewers call it one Prabhas' weakest films. Complaints about boring scenes, pointless characters, and stupid climax twist. Some mixed opinions say parts of the first half was very watchable, but this is very rare. A small group of predicted box office traction from Sankranti crowds, but it was optimistic. Box office reality. The film opened with good hype but failed to sustain momentum. Collections and drastically dropped within the first 10 to 12 days. Earnings shows significantly after opening weekend. Overseas performance, especially in North America, is weak and trending towards loss. This is a major disappointment considering the IR and Sankranti release window. Final verdict. Critics mostly 1 to 2 out of 5 range. Strongly negative reviews. Audience mixed to negative overall with compliments and complaints about script pacing and lack of engagement. Overall summary. The Raja Saab had great potential but got destroyed by weak writing and execution. Prabhas delivers a momentum but can't save the chaotic narrative. Technically, it's a loud but shallow. Effects don't impress. The pacing kills the momentum. Critics and most audiences agrees it's a major letdown, possibly one of the Prabhas' weakest projects. The final rating of the movie 1.5 out of 5. Not recommended unless you are extremely curious or a hardcore fan of Prabhas.